Traveling to Dorado.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attack commencing.
Moving the payload!
Escort the payload.
Barrier activated. We all
Yes.
I'm being attacked.
barrier destroyed. Through the miracle of science.
The payload is stopped. And here I thought we had a plan.
Form up.
Barrier activated.
My servants never die.
I am starting the payload. Thank you. Barrier destroyed. Through the miracle of science.
Fire in the hole!
The payload stopped.
Don't worry, my girl. Barrier activated. Thank you.
My servants never die.
I've got you. Further experimentation required.
Helden sterben nicht.
Hanzo, at your service.
Our duty is to move the payload. Get to it.
60 seconds.
Escorting the payload.
seconds
Once more
remaining.
into the breach.
Time is against us. Press on.
Here comes T-Racer!
This will protect us.
10 seconds remaining. Defeat. Play of the game. Traveling to Horizon Luna Colony. Select your hero.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
I will protect the innocent.
I will keep you healed.
Executing pre-combat routines. Optimizing strategy.
Must violence always be the solution?
nice knowing you all.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
There's nothing I haven't seen before. Stick.
Now entering King's Row. Select your hero.
Yeah, 227 hours. Is that like a year? Gripsler, you're not respecting 227 hours.
Imagination
If
is the
Soda, yeah,
essence of
Parfait
discovery.
tank, that'd be smart. Or Symmetra.
We've got the right stuff.
227. Is that like 100 days?
227 hours. It's like... Like
I'm not-
13 days in a row without stopping.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Crazy.
If they're going Widowmaker, try to get that headshot right at the start.
Once you get to like 150 hours, you learn Korean.
That makes sense. Play a lot of comp.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Did you say choke?
You need a doctor?
On the tree up top, look here top. On the back.
Popping down.
On that Reaper. On that Reaper.
Alright. My eagle's down.
We have to fall back.
Yeah, so you get that.
Just follow 227 hours.
And he's still in gold.
Defend the point.
Just follow his lead. He has experience.
Yet he's still in the same rank as us.
Yes, welcome
Just go to the objective, I'll try to get my ult as fast as possible if we die.
Yeah, we're stop shooting that door yet. He's like 2 towers of him max.
Okay, go to the objective, and if you die, down the objective generally.
Alright, I'm gonna dive this then.
Heroes never die.
Stay on the objective. That saved my life.
Okay, don't forget Zarya.
Kill the Reaper.
He's gonna drop down probably.
Further experimentation required.
We might need a diva here.
Ever on the objective.
Dude, how do we
As
have
long
this
as-
many DPS and I'm fucking
You're pretty much. Wait. I got you. That was close.
Further experimentation required.
Don't shoot the gun, don't shoot the Zarya.
Damn! Look at that soldier or Zarya behind us.
Heroes never die.
What? I totally got that double res. Okay, do you have the telly? Or is it down? Okay.
Our point is under attack. Yes, welcome our
Yeah, Symmetric, did you swap to diva?
Objective lost.
Yeah.
We're gonna need another tank here.
The payload.
Miracle of science.
Soldier, come back.
Lucio coming at you.
can't tank by yourself, you're Winston.
Not quite. I can't take on 2 tanks. And a Reaper and a Finger.
I'm gonna win this.
Yes, but it's fine. destroyed so fast. I feel like their Zarya is like really good.
Once more into the breach.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, let me fly to you on the other side, Genji. Cool. I'm on it. No, Genji. Genji, come on. Back, Genji.
I'm over here on point now.
Barrier activated.
But no.
I wanted you to let me fly. It's fine. I'll be there in a second. Okay. On the objective and track down my ult.
We need a different comp or something.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the DPS won't change off.
One of you guys need to
Man,
swap the Devo,
that's-
we're gonna fucking lose. Let me put it bluntly.
Heroes never die.
Barrier activated.
Ultimate is almost ready.
Hey, don't be.
Okay, we gotta defend one more fight. I'm gonna be hiding.
Reaper's trying to set up his ult. I think he has it.
Watch it.
30 seconds.
He's trying to be sneaky.
Watch up top. He's probably gonna teleport up there.
He's up here, look. Got him.
Okay, if 2 people die, everyone else try to die. On the objective and all that. Let's find them. Wait, stay on the objective, everyone.
Heroes never die.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Back fast. Does anyone have their ult?
It's a little too late to switch to Diva now.
Yeah.
Rotation required.
You guys would have swapped when I told you, we would have had a chance. But yeah, it's way too late now.
Round 1.
Did we win?
I don't really still think I just got paid.
Score 0-2. Switching
They
sides.
didn't get third point.
Prepare to attack.
Hey dude, could I get Genji? For this time? Yeah, that's smart.
Hey man, McCree, can you do something else?
There's the one that was... I don't remember what his was last time.
Wait,
Go on him, agree. On him.
Dude, this comp is shit.
the shit. Forgot to add the shit.
Never stop fighting for what you believe
This comp
in.
is the shit.
Yeah, he's right.
Answer yourselves out there. I'll get us home safe.
I guess they were only gonna get just
Not
get
one for
hit.
standing around.
Get like 2 headshots.
We need a
This
tank.
should be again.
We're not gonna do anything without a tank.
Oh,
Or 2 tanks.
Attack commences.
you're being so
in 30
razzy.
seconds.
The sight of one of my
I kinda wanna win,
finest
so,
kills.
you know.
That day, I felt alive.
Don't be such a raz.
No worries, he'll just.
Remember to strength. We get through this just fine.
I don't know why people don't want to fucking cooperate.
Because this is competitive. You have to be competitive to cooperate.
5, 4,
I mean, probably the reason why people can't climb out of gold.
1.
Yeah, no shit.
Attack commences. Capture objective A.
Nice. That was great. Great push.
Try to get their widow.
I got Widow.
Widow.
You're going to be okay.
I'm not even gonna fucking heal if we're not gonna have a tank. Seriously.
I guess we're just playing whatever we want and just fuck it.
I guess. Nobody cares about fucking actually winning.
This will help.
I'm scared about winning.
Let's see. You're going to. It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
I got their widow. Got them. Good job.
Take your medicine.
Helden sterben nicht.
Walk it off.
The
Here
widow
comes
on
the
top.
mayo.
Yeah.
Pass into the iris.
I will keep you here.
Time to raise my ATM.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
I'll show them.
Easy.
Let's get 3 people on the payload. Bastion. Chamber Creek.
Watch the May up top.
You're covered.
Hey Anna, can you nano me if I dash into the air?
You're going to be okay.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Cycle, be careful. You're powered up. Get in there.
Oh, let's go! 6 kills, maybe.
I have you.
But play the game, bro.
Farrah, do me a favor, call out when you're low, because I can't hardly see you.
Alright, alright.
I mean, I'll try to peek up at you when I can, but
Restoring your
I
health.
got a Reaper now.
don't push too far, Diva.
Shoot you down.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
This will only hurt for a minute. The payload.
You just gotta push.
Move it
This
out.
is easy.
Could not even see that one.
لسه في مركز محمي.
Hey, stay on it. Don't give up this fight.
Just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Finish line.
Reaper up
Reaper's on
top.
top. Yeah.
The pain.
Reaper's in the building.
Firing up.
You're going to be okay.
Game on. No.
Nice.
Complete.
I just saved everyone's life by deflecting that May ult. Let's go. First time.
Nice job, guys.
Final score.
The key was having no healers was the best. Or one healer, I guess.
Yeah. I was doing it.
Victory.
We needed more DPS, that's what it was.
Yeah, I was playing Mercy. Okay, Genji. That's what happens.
Double
Yo, oh my god, I'm so happy I deflected a May ult.
Yay.
Thought we were gonna lose that, honestly.
Yeah, the way
I
it started
did
out.
it.
I was a little bit skeptical. But we pulled it off, so nice job.
Almost to 2200 again. I just wanted to hit platinum.
You'll get there eventually. But I gotta go to bed now.
The process through USAA is so effortless that you feel like you're a part of the family.
I love that I can pass a membership
Traveling
to my children
to
and that they
Mumbai.
can be protected. We're the
Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Oh my god, yo. Raz.
Yo, what's up?
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
Back at it with these comps, huh?
Yeah, probably last one for the night.
Empty your mind.
I will keep you here.
We're gonna lose this game.
Well, you could help by not playing another DPS.
But I locked him first.
Try not to get yourselves killed out there.
I paid $40 for this game, so I want to do what I want to do.
You're covered.
I've still got
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
And that's why no one plays comp
I've
anymore.
still got it.
Get in there. I'll keep stop.
I have big plans for you. Let's get started. Now we're getting somewhere.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Whoa, May, what are you doing way up there?
Hello. Come out and face me.
Bottom right.
Yeah, they're all bottom right. Don't crack from the top.
The pain.
Something best to do.
Name.
That's right.
You're going to. The objective is under attack. Oh, block the dog.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Anyone need some healing?
I need another tank.
Oh, we need another healer for sure.
Yeah.
My ultimate is charging. Very well.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Sorry, Ryan, what are you doing?
Yeah, I can't tank by myself.
It's going to be okay.
Okay, we gotta listen.
Heldensterben
I got you,
nicht.
Rissa. There's a Junkrat up top, watch out. That's block, Ryan. Soldier, what's your cut?
The payload has reached the objective.
You're powered up. Get in there.
My ultimate is charging.
Nice shatter.
I recommend moving behind my barrier.
Junkrat up top.
Get back in the fight. Name
Block him, block him, block him, block him. Gotta kill that soldier. He just walked very fast on shield.
I've come back from worse.
I require healing. Everyone heal up. I need healing.
Yeah, that's soldier.
I have your
Behind them.
I should not be gold damage. Come on.
I'm gold kill since
Much
I was
better than
reactive kill.
Cabana on the beach.
No, that's the problem. We're two tanks.
Somebody's gotta get on the payload.
You're powered up. Get in there. التكرار يعلم الشطار.
Alright guys, next match we need a Pharah or something because this is not working out.
Team up for special attack.
Helden sterben nicht.
Mercy's resident.
Got you in my sights. I've got you in my sights. Target
لسه في ناس لازم احميهم.
Yeah, I think the main problem is Anna just can't solo heal.
Trying the best I can.
No, you did a good job, dude. Just
Yeah,
not
I mean, I
possible.
can't. Yeah, I just can't. They got 2 healers, I got 2 tanks, they got
Switching
damage, I can't.
sides.
Can't keep
I
up.
switched to tank because I thought we needed 2 tanks. I would have
Yeah.
switched to healer.
No. 2 tanks was good. We just need another healer.
Attack. Select your hero.
We need 2 tanks and 2 healers.
Yeah, Fluffy, can you run Lucio or Mercy? Or Zen? Zen would be better.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
I just want people to like be willing to change if it doesn't work, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
If you're not putting in any damage, just be willing to change.
True self.
That almost never happens in my games, I know for a fact.
Your friend is one of them.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Attack
Yeah,
commences in
Winston,
30
Winston
seconds.
Diva are the best tanks, so if we can get
I'm
one.
not very good at Winston. You can play Winston if you want, dude, instead of Tracer.
Five, four, three.
Hey man, I still have gold damage.
Too bad the most useless tank in the game that has golden limbs. Feels bad, man.
Turret behind us,
The turret is no more.
Alright, go top left side.
You are your own worst enemy.
Taking the point!
Oh, watch it.
Already has tire. That's what spam does for you.
Watch the Winston.
Walk in harmony.
Keep pushing, guys. Keep pushing. We got him. We got him down. Diva's low. Watch the turret. Shit.
You have no one to get to fucking turret.
Repetition is the path to mastery.
Hog, come back. Alright.
For your safety, please move behind the barrier.
I mean, I gotta pick.
Is that Winston?
We need to get the Mercy, man.
Take out whoever's the biggest threat. Right now it's Winston. Get Winston.
The cycle begins anew.
You guys pay attention to their comp. They have a Winston Diva tank. That's exactly what we need next time. Winston. The Junkrat behind.
60 seconds.
There we go, nice. Alright, let's push in hard, guys. I got my ult. Let's go. Watch the turret up top.
Experience tranquility.
Enemy turret down.
Taking control. 30 seconds. Team up for special attack.
Repetition is the path to
Taking
mastery.
possession of the objective.
Come on, guys. We gotta take the first tick at least.
10 seconds remaining. Initiating objective capture. Enemy turret located.
Helden sterben nicht.
Yeah, go to the thread. I'm the only one on point. Need help. Need help.
Man, I tried.
You guys gotta listen next time. We need a Winston Diva.
Turret detected.
Repetition is the path to mastery.
0-3. Defeat. Play of the match.
Williams family, and we're USAA members for life.
Going to help you if you constantly think that that's how you're supposed to play. Far better is to set yourself up to take no damage yourself and inflict as many impactful shots that you can from that position. Of course, Symmetra value is some of the easiest value to remove in the game as far as I'm concerned. We made a few videos about this. I'm not going to belabor the point. Shoot the turrets. She's half of a character as soon as they're dead. And as I feel the pressure of the hit scan coming behind me, I get the heck out of dodge. I don't even want to duel him yet. I want to try to deal damage to establish a fight on the front line, and I'm able to get away. We get the frag. McCree's far too slow going around the bend, and the speed and the momentum of which this fight is fought at makes it that even though McCree sort of counters me, that he can shoot me mid-air, he's far too slow to be in the engagement where he needs to be. I can just swim around this big piece of cover, and he can't be where he needs to be fast enough. In order for him to chase me, he would have to do the full run around the bell tower in the center of this point to even touch me. And the small nuance of me avoiding his contact allowed for my value to be inflicted onto the rest of the team at the front line. And of course you can imagine if McCree was on the right side, I would have just stayed on the left side, shooting there, just taking what the defense gives me. Now we're going to compare to the defensive side, where of course I'm playing Soldier now, but we want to focus on what the enemy team's Pharah is doing. We end up fragging out here and the Pharah limps away, and this team fight was pretty easy. Unfortunately, the push by the enemy team was a bit disorganized. The Sombra did make it into EMP us, but there was not really the follow-up there. It was disjointed, and the initiation was a little bit offset. If they waited for the range damage initiation from the Pharah at an off angle somewhere to open up that fight first, maybe they would have better success. But you can't just expect to EMP the enemy team and then it be easy street from there on, because ranged hit scans like Soldier can just still shoot you. So I get slept on this outside, and Liam starts to clean up things underneath. The res does come in, but look at the positioning that this Pharah keeps taking. Every single time I'm in a fight with her, she's in the most obvious spot in front of me. Here she's even inside for who knows what reason, not utilizing the fact that she could be wherever she wants to be creative with that positioning, be in spots that are hard for me to get to, not inside a doorway. If you're ever finding yourself inside of a doorway or even getting Roadhog hooked, you're playing Pharah wrong. She can fly so high up in the air, how can you let Roadhog hook you? That's a massive misplay. Here she just nonchalantly flies over the top for me to be able to shoot her over the clear blue sky. She takes her time and carefully removes the turret on the right side first, then hovers over the right side to dance around my line of sight. She'd see better success. But instead, she's playing one of the most squishy characters in the game, like a dive hero. And as far as you can't be taking contact like that. You want to avoid contact at all costs. You're not like Genji, who can just bail himself out with a quick reflect. Pharah has to use smart FPS positioning in order to keep herself alive, because yeah, she has some mobility, but she's one of the easiest hitboxes to hit in the entire game. Like Zenyatta easiest support to hit in the game. Pharah is one of the easiest squishy characters to hit in the game. And if you're going to be shooting rockets and spamming at the choke, you might as well be playing Hanzo. Yes, I said that. I didn't stutter. Hanzo would have been better for her in that position. If you're playing Pharah to just stand at the choke and shoot these ranged projectiles, you're not utilizing the character for what her biggest strength is, and that's perfect positioning with her ability to fly where she wants to be. And that's what the thrust buff a few patches ago did for her. Here now we're playing on Numbani. As I'm waiting for my team to set up, I'm just setting up a little bit of poke damage here at the front, waiting for us to get together. We don't have a Lucio here for whatever reason, so we're gonna have to make sure that our dive is well executed to the perfect target. Liam sees that there's a soldier at the top right by himself. With the combination of my ranged burst damage, his leap, and his Tesla cannon, we're able to focus him down immediately, and then it's off to the races. Here's some incredibly bad Pharah prediction. When you get in this situation and you're missing Pharah shot after Pharah shot, slow down.
Remember
Don't
your
keep
training,
forcing your
and
shots
we'll
out
get
like
through this
this.
just
It's
fine.
great to kill things fast, but with a lot of these skill shot characters, in fact, just about all of them that I can think of, don't force a shot you don't have. Take your time to read the animation of the character, where they're going, lead your target, and trap them in a spot where you can guarantee damage, even if you have to dive them in that instance. If you're missing that many shots, slow down, get closer if you have to, get guaranteed damage on target, and don't keep going for these money connections, because otherwise you just miss over and over like I did. But luckily, we won the early fight so well that I could afford to miss a few shots, thankfully, though it is embarrassing to see it happen. Last stretch of footage here that I'm going to show you is the last point of Nepal, battling out to try to win this best of 5. Gonna need a clutch performance. And here I think I do a pretty good job at being at the right place at the right time and avoiding damage altogether. That's the best way to play Pharah. You want to be able to rain damage from afar, which if you want more specific tips on that, I'm gonna say that you should look over to the description so you can see the other Pharah guides that I've made in the past. But the more interesting thing about Pharah's new playstyle is her ability to hold position that you really don't have an excuse to be getting caught out as far anymore, because she has some of the best movement in the game. You have cover spots, you find the blind spots of your enemy at awkward angles that they can't really afford you looking at. That's your home as Pharah. That's where you want to be staying and finding throughout the chaos of the fight. And the longer that you're able to not take damage yourself and carefully land your own rockets, the value will come naturally from following that basic skill set, and you'll find the impact you're looking for. Now, sometimes the enemy team is just too good for you to be able to do your little shenanigans, but that's okay. You shouldn't consider a Pharah an instant pick anyway. But the truth of the matter is, hey, there, I said it, finally in this video. You knew it was coming eventually. The truth of the matter is, if you play Pharah good enough, she could be a nightmare even for hit scans. It's all about her ability to move and navigate through the map. At this point in the game, they go Soldier and McCree in order to try to counter me. But honestly, even that isn't as good, because although Pharah has a slow-moving projectile, her range damage is simply better than both of those heroes. So if you are accurate enough to lead your shots from far away where they need to be and avoid damage entirely, there's very little that these hit scans can do to you. The best answer to Pharah right now is a Widowmaker, because you can assign that one character from far. Even Ana, because her burst of 80 damage is quite more significant than the dramatic fall-off that Soldier and McCree have. Even so, if Pharah is able to counter her hit scan foes effectively, it can be terrifying for one of these medium-range hit scan players, because they know they can get 2-shot from you. They have to hit their shots quickly, which can be scary for you as the Pharah player, but the way you counteract that is by perfect movement and utilizing the terrain to make it uncomfortable for the ground-based hit scan to navigate into a fight against you. That's the key to the new Pharah playstyle as far as I can see it. Anytime Pharah's back in the meta, I'm a happy boy. She's one of my best heroes in the entire game of Overwatch, and actually one of the heroes that I think is misunderstood the most, because a lot of players seem to nonchalantly play her, like the example that we used earlier. So respect the Pharah, ladies and gentlemen. Utilize that terrain, don't take damage, and rain justice from above. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. It really does help us out. Let us know that you're enjoying the content. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We upload each and every day, so be sure to hit the bell icon to make sure that you get notified when our videos go live. Linked in the description is our Twitter, Discord server, and Twitch stream, finishing up my full-time job YouTube full-time. So there'll be a heck of a lot more Frito on the live stream for you to laugh at my pain as I struggle to implement the things I know about the game. I'm not that good of a player, okay? Don't laugh at me. Okay, you can laugh. Just kidding. That's been it for me, guys. It's been Frito for your Overwatch. I'll see you guys next time.
No one can hide from my sight.
Justice reigns from
Routing power to forward shield.
As a student, I like that it's free. Actually, just correcting everything as I'm writing.
Grammar errors, spelling errors.
Vanderbilt systems online.
So I can say what I want to say.
It catches all those embarrassing mistakes before I hit send.
I downloaded Grammarly around my freshman year because I was just horrible at typing.
Download Grammarly for free.
Heroes never die.
What's going on, everybody? It's Frito here for your Overwatch. Today we're going to be doing another Pharah guide. Consider this a part 2 to my new Pharah playstyle video, because whereas that video was more about breaking down the philosophy and role of Pharah now in the current metagame, it was more about positioning, timing, and decision making, whereas this video is going to be more specifically about actually hitting rockets. Because it isn't good enough to just know your speed, you have to be able to hit your shots and have those opportunities. So I want to show you some examples of how to go about hitting rockets instead. In essence, with Pharah, you're always stuck between two decisions. Deciding to attempt to go for a direct hit, or to go for splash damage. Direct hits do the biggest amount of damage that Pharah can do, a nice solid 120. But in order to hit a direct hit, you're going to have to basically perfectly predict the direction of that hit. And if you predict wrong, you can miss entirely and deal any splash damage at all. But you can always go for splash damage, but you won't get the burst impact that Pharah can. Splash damage is more reliable, but it does significantly less damage than direct impacts do. And in many situations, you need big bursts of damage to be able to finish targets off, or you just won't simply kill anything. Let's break down some examples of this balancing act and when to decide to go for what type of shot and how to place your crosshairs is very important. First, a quick bit about sensitivity. I actually play on a very low sensitivity, at 1 sense in game, 1600 DPI. And that actually informs my aiming playstyle quite a bit. A lot better on carefully aimed heroes, their crosshair placement, and careful accuracy rather than very twitchy, fast heroes like Tracer. Though I can aim her okay, I'm not as good as linking in and around chaos and switching targets really wildly and doing big 180s, because I physically can't even do a 180 with my mouse man. It takes 2 big swipes across my desk to do a 180, which is basically takes about as much energy as a Mike Tyson left hook. But the benefit of having that sensitivity allows for my crosshair placement to be very strong. And we're talking about prediction. You want to be able to carefully place your crosshair where it needs to be. Pharah isn't a character that's about flicking wildly to try to get a quick shot, because your rockets take time to get there. You have to have the patience to place your shots where they're going to land in the future, rather than flicking wildly to the thing you're immediately looking at. So the strongest way to do that is to be able to read the animations of the character you're looking at, know what options they have available to them, what their thought process will be in the next few seconds, what's the best thing for them to do, and then you as the Pharah player respond accordingly, trying to trap them into where you're going to be shooting your rockets. Now I'm going to use some terminology of a type of engagement in order to try to define the different situations you get yourself in as a Pharah player. This clip on Eichenwald, I set up what I call an off-angle trap. Positioning here is very key because I'm utilizing an angle in the attack which is separate from the rest of my team. I have Widowmaker on the bridge far to my right, team pushing the cart, and I'm pressuring from the left, meaning that they have to make some quick decisions on what's important for them to do, all the while the clock's ticking because my rockets are coming around the corner. In this situation, actually, Soldier probably has to duel me and win right now. If he waits any longer or doesn't safely get away, I'm likely to win this duel because I can get first shot on him. Above him like this, I can read his motions and get into his head of what his thought process might be. He's hugging this wall here, and I know he has teammates behind him. Likely he wants to get to cover, not jump out into the open, down these stairs where my Widowmaker might be able to see him anyway. He wants to stay tight to this cover to stay safe from everything else. The only problem is the angle that I'm taking against him makes it unsafe right now. Now the truth is, as Pharah, I'm incredibly squishy here. I don't want to just dive in and deal damage immediately. I want to hold this spot and trap them where they are to get guaranteed damage into this location. Instead of dueling me right away, Soldier ducks and runs, and his friendly Zenyatta gets quite a bit of a surprise as he walks into my rocket. Now when you're in a squishy battle, being a direct rocket up in the fight is the best spot you ever could be as a Pharah player, and I'm going to say that's about 75% of your way to winning a duel versus any squishy scan or otherwise. The direct impact is
Stop holding down your mic button.
Meaning that a splash damage rocket likely can finish them off, if not two. This means I don't have to overthink anything. I read where the Zenyatta is standing.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's still
fucking
annoying.
Is he going to stay out, peeking from the left side, where the rest of my team can probably see him and finish him off? Or does he want to desperately get around this cover in order to regen his health? We all know the answer to that, and he used my second rocket directly. Keeping that position patiently and hitting my rockets accurately bent to this defense until it broke. They had no way to escape, too many lines of attack coming at them, and as soon as they figured out where I was, it was too late. And that's a big key to an off-angle trap. You want to surprise them with keen positioning, get correct, and then finish it off before they can react. For those that don't know, an off-angle implies an angle that isn't the main line of attack. So as a character comes out into the open, into the battlefield play, there's directly obvious spots that you would assume an enemy might be, and the off-angle is sort of a cheap alternate spot that's away from the main engagement that you can use to your advantage to surprise your opponent. During this opening fight on Oasis, let's take a look at how this fight breaks out once again. Same exact philosophy. We're setting up an alternate angle trap. My team is on the right, and we're splitting the enemy team's death ball straight in front of us. My enemy team does not have a Lucio on King of the Hill, so if you're wondering why we have all the good positioning and they're just barely trickling out of the doors into a choke point, that would be the reason why. It's almost like it's really good. Anyways, I'm hovering over the top, figuring out what the enemy team's position is going to be, and I noticed actually that the line gets a little bit separated from Soldier here. Doesn't even look like they react to my position yet. Probably would have even been good to hold this rocket so that I didn't alert them to where I was, but nevertheless, I feel confident that with the line's attention ahead of me, that it's time to take this duel against the Soldier, because once he's dead, it's off to the races for me. Nothing can kill me when the hit scan is in the state of play. That's the win condition. Playing with Pharah is to remove the hit scans early, because then Pharah can clean up the rest of the big play. Now the fact that Pharah can shoot this one rocket per second, so you'll often see me adjust slowly in between that time, reading the enemy's motions, and then I'll commit to a shot with the trigger. As I hover down, I'm actually using crosshair in front of the Soldier, because I'm assuming that he isn't interested in running away from this fight anytime soon. And since I've closed the distance so much into an uncomfortably close spot, I shoot the rocket directly at him, it gets there in half a second, connects with his face, and then we can clean up with the rocket to his feet. Tanks are hanging around here. The rest of this fight is a formality. We can just run through their supports, dive bomb them straight up. Hey, characters that aren't named Lucio, nice to meet you. And we won that fight handily, even though I died at the end there. Now this next clip has a variety of shots hidden within, so it makes it great to break down. As I come around this left side, I find a battle that I'm honestly not really that comfortable with getting in right now. You never want to be getting in range, yes, that can bang your head on without hitting the first shot. Hanzo here actually has the drop on him. He could have deleted me with his first shot. Nevertheless, when you're in an engagement like this, I consider this to be in the dive bomb territory. Here, we're in an uncomfortably close engagement when the enemy knows where you are and you're fighting face to face. In this situation, you have to hit the first direct hit rocket, otherwise you're likely going to lose. You need to burst into them a big chunky hit so that you're on the front foot, and the only thing that can bail them out would be some sick headshot. So as the Hanzo turns to me, I see that he's already past the apex of his jump and he's falling now. Characters in Overwatch have a lot of mid-air control actually, so until he reaches this point, he could have decided to turn left or right instead of going forward, but seeing as that I know he's going to look towards me, it's unlikely that he's going to go for any sort of Kobe Bryant fadeaway three-pointer shot, so I place my crosshair in front of of him for him to land towards me. I guess right, and it hits him in the legs, bobbling him into the air, and now I'm on the front foot. Is exactly what you want. From here on out, I don't have to go for the more difficult direct hits. I can go for reliable splash damage that can hit into the ground. Granted, that means it might take me a third rocket instead of 2 direct hits to kill him, but ultimately, Pharah is not the type of hero that you want to be going for every skill shot possible, because rockets are predictable. To some degree, characters that are more skill shot intensive and go for headshots will always be able to kill you anyway, if they shoot themselves out of that situation. The most reliable way for you to take these tools is to go for the direct hit first, then follow up with splash damage. Because if you go for too many direct hits, you might whiff them. You might dodge them entirely. And if that happens, then you're just extending the fight out forever. Also keep in mind, even when you hit these splash damage shots to the ground, it bobbles the character up a bit, which is going to throw off their aim, which ultimately is good enough. Now, the next set of shots that we're going to get to look at are some mid-airs. Now granted, I'm not very good at mid-airs. At some point I think I might do a whole separate videos talking about projectile mid-airs because pros are insane at it. Shadowburn on Genji is sure taking stars on the sky. ID on Pharah. There's a lot of great pro Pharah players out there, and hitting those kind of shots reliably is some of the highest level projectile aim that you can have. But I don't even think it's that viable for matchmaking anymore. I think for most matchmaking players, it's probably best to focus on hitting the most reliable shots. But you still should have a working knowledge of how mid-airs work. So let's look at how Winston dives at me here and where I put my crosshair in order to hit the big monkey in space. It's sort of a coincidence that this first rocket hits as he's jumping into it, but we'll see how the rest of the rockets that I shoot land are based upon predicting his apex, which is always going to be towards me. Here he's at the apex of his jump and is sort of committed to the motion of landing on the high ground. Theoretically, maybe we should land on the lower ledge and adjust mid-air, but I'm pretty safe in expecting that he's going to keep moving in this trajectory due to the fact that he's not very far from me. This is about a half a second away rocket to hit. I don't have to put too big of a lead on it. This is one of the biggest hitboxes in the entire game. Winston flailing through the air. I should be able to hit it without needing to get too precise about it. That rocket hits, I concussion blast myself away to avoid him, but actually brings him along with me. Once I notice that, and I see him flying there, I try to really bring him to the next. He's going to fall on this balcony. Well, actually, that would be kind of a bad idea. What it is, because then it would just be a nice surface for me to hit shots on. I don't want that. Furthermore, how's he going to get around? If he pinned up against this wall, he wouldn't have three-dimensional space to work with to try to make him miss. It gives me very reliable shots, so he's smart. He's not going to go there. Assuming that, I adjust even farther down to try to create a rocket lane, which will hit him if he decides to try to drop off the ledge, which he does do, and it hits him in the hand. Since the sandbox is so big, his shot is quite easy. But keep in mind where this rocket's placed, he decides to go to his right or left, to drop down that side of the balcony, but even if he went the other direction, it still would have hit his hitbox, which makes this a really high-money rocket, right? And it works based on the crosshair placement that I put on it. This rocket being in the center of him, as well as the center of the ledge, means that even though he does try to dodge it, it still ends up hitting this massive hitbox. Another rocket hits him in the chin, and then my finishes him off. There you go. Leading prediction shots for the win. Mid-airs are tough, guys. Maybe we'll do another video on shooting engines and falling up in the sky. The principle still remains. You want to try to catch them moving in a particular way, predict where they're going next, and then go for the shot in that direction. Here, as the soldiers have health, but I don't overthink going for direct hits in this type of situation. I try to just get the most reliable damage I can. So I'm shooting splash damage as quick as I can just towards him instead of thinking too hard about it and trying to go for tough predictions. When you're up in the fight as Pharah, I think this is a fine way to play because you just want to get some reliable damage on target. Finish off the fight as fast as you can. Obviously, always hitting everything great, especially when it's 6 miles away on a hot zone. It makes it really difficult. But huge percentage of hitting direct is luck-based because you obviously have to try to but let's take a look at this forever long away onto the shot that actually space was. And look at why this is lucky, but it's got some mechanics built into the play. Keeping in mind this is a Grandmaster's console that demolished us on their adaptive side. So I'm not exactly so what happens to the best of them? I see their team establishing up on the high ground here. The soldiers poking out. On top of the rocket, slightly leading away from the doorway, assuming that he might jiggle peek out of it. Now, the placement was good, but Soldier's actually able to sprint away from the rocket, and Hanzo pops out to eat it. Feels bad, man. Now, this next rocket I shoot only lands because Hanzo hesitates to try to take the aim duel from 10 miles away. Realistically speaking, it's a very narrow lead, and if Hanzo attempted to full-on run into the shuttle, I should have been aiming at the door of the shuttle, and then it might have made it there. But he follows out for a second corner out of his bow, does a jump in air, which actually limits the amount of horizontal movement he can get. Massive mistake because then the rocket connects with the chest, and just got out-sniped by a Farah, and there's that about it. Part of that is complete luck, but another part of it is also predicting long-range snipes of where enemies can go and taking a shot and hoping for the best. It isn't all luck, though. If you understand the travel time of a rocket, you can start to read the distance that your target is away and count the number of seconds, not overtly, but sort of unconsciously, that it's going to take for the rocket to connect with the target you're shooting at. Here I'm flying up around the bend, and realistically, if this Mercy decides to get around this corner, I can't shoot a rocket around the corner. If I'm getting ready to pull the trigger now, the best thing that I can hope for is that she tries to run towards the corner and it connects with her as soon as she gets there. But reading where she goes, she actually doesn't full-on sprint away or fly. So it gives me some time to aim up the prediction shot. She reacts to the Genji sword, and it flies in and does some splash damage. Not a direct hit, but still we're feeling pretty good about it because this is a pretty far distance rocket. Here she's jumping, and remember, we can trap enemies in their momentum after the apex of the jump because as she lands, she's going to significantly slow down, whereas mid-air, she has a little bit more decisions she can make to try to throw us off. But see, she's floating over to the side. What this rocket's going to do is create a lane that is actually a few ways that it can connect with her. What she ends up doing, for whatever reason, is staying quite shallow to us and a quite forgiving hitbox. But if we think about the trajectory of this rocket, it could have connected with her if she tried to run towards the corner of this ramp as well. That's the scary thing with people that those are shots that trap players in a lane where it can make contact on them based on multiple decisions, not just one. Now, horizontal rockets like this aren't really ideal. It's better to be up at that 45-degree angle, shooting down on a target so that the flash can hit them. But the benefit of this rocket is that it can either direct her or also possibly hit her if she decided to start heading up that ramp. The more practice you get with Farah hitting these really wacky shots that there will both be, the more intuition you can build about it. And you can get confidence in the fact that there's a lot of shots that you'll never make, but you know the best one that you take some time, and sometimes you'll get right. Otherwise, when those don't work out, those are the more high-precision shots that are down from the alternate angles and have more reliable damage. The last few clips I want to highlight is more dive bomb action. Now, as far as you don't want to be taking damage, but if your teammates are tanking for you or you have Genji harassing the hit scans, it's time to go, man. You got to get that damage in on target. You don't really have time to be taking these long sniping prediction shots. You need to get in the action and get your DPS engaged. Because if you don't, you'll be baiting your team who's diving for you. This is a bit more of a timing thing than a shots thing because, honestly, when you get in this close range, it's a little self-explanatory because they're close enough where the rocket speed isn't really a factor because you aim directly at them. But you also want to just keep in mind to bounce them. It's okay to shoot their speed and just make this damage reliable. If you're in a one-on-one duel, you have to get that direct for like but if you're in a crazy fight where your team is taking a lot of the attention for you, reliable damage can win the fight. You don't want to waste it on the battlefield with mid-air like this if you can be dealing reliable damage to part of innovative. Sometimes when you get in these dive-bomb scenarios, you still have to do a bit of prediction because characters are going to be scrambling in front of you. But Farah can only shoot one rocket a second anyway, so you have to aim up a direct hit. You have time to look directly at where they're going to go and how to set up your next shot. Is your target running away? Is your target chasing a teammate? Get into the heads of the players you're shooting against and think how they're going to react to the situation. Here my Genji is anti-kill, running away, the enemy honestly may know that they can read through his reflection. They're ringing his dinner bell to go chase after the Genji. They're completely blindsided by this prediction shot that I send towards both of them. You get by with a little help from your friends. Me and Weagle clean this fight up rather easily, and the prediction there wasn't too hard. because we could tell by the way the motions of the characters were moving that they wanted that Genji dead right now. Focus him. They're probably calling it out right now. Focus the Genji. He's been harassing our backline. Well, as Pharah, that makes my job easy. And I think that's sort of a secret to hitting direct hits as Pharah. Is knowing where reliable shots are, seeing the animations of characters that you're looking at, and knowing how to lock them in place in a spot where it's going to connect with their face. Here, come around this corner, and again, a jumping character. After the apex of his jump, I know he's going to land in this direction. He could adjust a little bit, and it deals some splash damage, but I'm predicting the pathing of his movement and then placing the rocket there. Direct hit to Lucio, and I think about finishing him off, but instead, oh, hello, here's an Ana. She could deal more damage to me and possibly sleep me, so I direct hit her. She's panicking. They're both healing each other, but doesn't really matter. Can't heal fast enough. Another direct hit finishes her off, and that shot's made fairly easily because she's stuck in the door.